0, 1. Let's get started.
Hey everyone, welcome to another entry of B's Nail Diary. I'm your girl B, and in today's entry we are going to be doing the nail art on these nails finally. These are the Modelones Pro Luxe acrylic strength long Coffin nails that I applied in the first and second entries. And yeah, so I applied using the Ula peel off base as well as the Ula multi-purpose solid gel, which are two Canadian brands that I got from my local beauty supply. The links will be in the description. I definitely had, when I finished up that last entry, putting on the nail tips, and I tried doing the acetone to seal in the cuticle technique, and again, first time doing it, and it definitely looks better and looks like it worked, but I was left with like a lot of like flaky dryness on my skin that I think is like a mixture of the acetone melting. Probably I don't think it's the glue, because I used the solid gel, so I don't think that's it. But I think after I wash my hands, after I wash my hands and like use a scrub brush, I was able to get all of it off. So that was just something I did want to point out. And if anyone has any pointers on how to not allow it to get so messy and get all over my skin, because it feels like really tight. That's how I know. I think it's just the nail tip that's been melted. So proceeding, I am going to be using this, again, going in with the Modelones base coat. I'm going to do base coat all over all of the nails. So you've already seen on my pinky nail, I tested out one of the designs that I wanted to try to do, which was just the wide cat eye. So before I actually kind of describe what I'm going to do for the designs, I'm just showing you what the length of these nail tips actually are. So on my left hand, I kept them the length that they came. They're a long Coffin. And on my nail cutter, my tip cutter, I have 1 magnet glued and an additional 5 magnets. So that's 6 magnets total, I guess. And then on my right hand, I did 1 less magnet just so it was a little bit more active length, just because my right hand is my my dominant hand. So 6 magnets on the left hand. So 6 magnets is how long the actual tips are. I don't know the exact length or size of these magnets. But yeah, and then on the right hand, it is 5 magnets. So I'm just gonna go in here with the base coat, and then we will we'll proceed.
Ladies and gentlemen.
base coat has been applied to every nail. I am slightly disappointed that the undersides have gotten so cloudy. And again, I think this is because the alcohol has touched them. Note to self, if we do any glass nails down the line, just try to avoid at all costs. Here's one thing I should have done. I close these bottles so tightly. I'm struggling. Okay, so I have two different base colors and I'm not sure which one exactly I want to use. One is flat and the other one has some glitters in it. So we have this base. I love this like dusty rose with that kind of like brownish undertone. I love that color base, that kind of base. That's more of the dusty rose though. I have one of those other ones. I will be doing a, I should do a video of this Beetles haul because I got a set of sheer polishes. And yeah, I swatched them out, so I will probably do a small video and show you guys those, or a little short. And then here is the one that's kind of glittery. So these two have like a very similar base. I thought when I was looking at the actual swatches, out of the bottle they might not look like they do. Not really. It's a little darker. So because I want to play with the cat eyes, I think I'm just gonna stick with the flat base for now. I don't think I need to do a base color on all of the nails. So I have some wide cat eye here. I'm gonna do a wide cat eye on the thumb. And I'm gonna pick a color. You know what? We're gonna use this purpley jelly color from GAOY. Again, this was in the last little mini haul I did. And I swatched all of these already, but I can do a short video showing the colors, showing the bottles, giving my review, and showing the swatches. Cool. So we're gonna go in the ones that are gonna get the cat eye. So I'm gonna work on the thumb first, and so I can get that one out of the way. I'm gonna do one coat probably. Okay, so let's get this base color on, or this first coat, and then we're gonna go from there. Okay, it actually does give it a pretty nice undertone. It's not too like loud. Let me know what you guys think. These cuticles, you know what, I'm gonna consistently have issues with the cuticles. Let me just accept it. I just have wonky cuticles. It is what it is. I know this is where people go in with their like liner brushes and everything. I don't have the patience right this moment. We will, because I actually got some liner brushes, some newer, better liner brushes that I'm going to definitely be reviewing. I haven't used them yet. But I will definitely, look at how nice that self levels. That's beautiful. Flash gear that before I messed that up. Whoa, 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 whoa. We have a little flooding. Oh dear, we're struggling. Oh, no, it's not flooding. It's just the, we'll go 30 seconds just for right now. I think I can get away with just the one coat of this. It is sheer enough. And I'm gonna do a nice, I might do the same thing I did with the pinky, and I'll show you guys. I'll show ya. I'll show ya. And of course, after I finish up with these coats, I'm gonna put my hand in the, dang, I forgot to put my gloves back on. I'm gonna put my hand back inside of the lamp, or in the big lamp, sorry, to get, ooh, look at that. In the big lamp to get a full cure. That's a nice color. Nice coverage. Alright, so I just need to get some water. Alright, so like I said, I got some damn dust on this. I should be okay. We're gonna go in, I'm gonna do the cat eye. So this is the regular traditional cat eye. And again, this is in the shade D481, and this is a BEETLES color polish. So what I'm going to do is, first off, I'm gonna get a magnet handy. So I have a couple different magnets, not too many. I have this long cylinder one, and I have this rectangular one as well. I feel like they're both pretty effective. I have a couple other ones. Like I have the 2 cylinder ones that came with the polished bottles, and obviously the circle one. So these are what I'm using for the water effect on like a cuticle pusher. But yeah, let's get some cat eye going. Not too thick, not too thin, and yeah, let's just get her on there. Because we want coverage, like we don't want it to be spotty, but we don't want it to be too thick. So I think what I might try to do, so what I did with the pinky, I did this first layer of cat eye. I think I brought the sparkle out, and then I cured it, and then I did another layer and just brought the sparkle on top of that. I'm gonna see how it works. I did it like that mostly because I was trying not to have so much of this blue pigment show through, because the background of this, the base color of this cat eye is like a gray. So when everything shifts, when all the particles shift now, you're left with the like the sheer gray polish color, jelly polish color. So I think that's pretty good. I think that's decently even. All right, let's get to playing with some magnets. Okay, let's come from, oh, this is a nice color. Let's come from this side here. Ooh, yeah, this is a strong magnet. Subtle. Try to do the same thing on the other side. Tip. Around here. And again, guys, I am still just getting to understand and getting to learn these cat eye and these magnets. Like, I'm obsessed. That's why I went with the silver, because I couldn't figure out what the heck. Oh, okay. I couldn't figure out what color. I don't know if you guys can see the difference. I think it made a difference. Let me see. Oh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna cure this because I like this placement, and then we're gonna come back over it. I'll do it for a second, and then I'll come back over it, and then I'll manipulate it a little bit more until we get a deeper wide eye. I don't even know if we're doing the wide eye the right way, but Yeah, that's so cool. I should be satisfied and just leave it like this, but I want more dimension. More. Okay, so let's go on with another layer here. You know, the reason why I would say that I wouldn't keep my voice in these clips is just because there's a lot of dead silence. But I honestly, if there's dead silence, I'm gonna just fill it in with the background music. It is what it is, because that's one of the premises of the channel, right? Is doing the chit chat. So yeah, that is one of my things. Because I'm recording, I'm not watching anything. Usually I would just be watching something, so who knows. There is a lot to work out here because we are new. We are new, and every day is a learning experience, in my personal opinion. I love learning new things. I absolutely love experimenting. It's just the motivation. So yeah, this is good. This is good. Oh no, we're knocking things over. Okay, let me use the big magnet this time. Oh no, I wasn't in the frame. Okay, easy.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Look at that. Look at how gorgeous that is. Let me cure this before I start. So sick. This is so cool. This is so cool. This is what I love about this cat eye. Okay, let me cure this because I already know I'm gonna mess it up if I don't. It's so pretty. Alright, I'll be back after the cure. Alright, she's all top coated. That is so gorgeous. I'm absolutely obsessed. It looks so pretty. I flash cured it. Or I did a 60 seconds. I did a 30-second flash cure with the flash lamp, and I'm gonna do a full cure when I get everything else done. I just don't want to get I'm getting things stuck to the rest of the nails. So let's move on. All right, so next design. Okay, pinkies have their wide cat. I'm so obsessed. And then obviously we do the same thing on this side. Now we're working on these fingers. Actually, let me work on the ring finger, and then I'll get my liner brushes out, and we will go from there. I just had to off camera. I just went and got my magnets together, so I'm using a cuticle pusher and 2 mini circle magnets. So the same magnets that I got for my my tip cutter. And I don't know if it makes a difference with them, with how far apart they are from each other. Obviously they want to come together. This might make a tighter design. We're gonna try it like this. Alright. So what I think, okay, let me do the mixing first, and then let me tell you where we are at. So I'm gonna do the base color, and then I'm gonna mix some colors. So I'm just gonna do that off camera and we'll be back. I need enough for the... So I'm just gonna mix up the blue to do my water design. So I need this jelly blue to be a little bit more opaque. So I'm probably gonna maybe get away with like 2 coats potentially. We'll see. Let me use a different, actually. I realized last night that using the silicone tool to stir these up is the best, because you can wipe it right off. You're not getting it stuck inside the bristles. I would usually use the brush.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Or I was using those, what are those? I don't even know what they're called. Let me show you. Or I would use these little brush thingies. And then I would obviously be losing paint and gel and whatnot on those. And so this silicone tool to mix the colors is actually really helpful. And yeah, like I said, I just want to get a little bit more opaqueness, just so it's not as so see-through. Thankfully the underside of this nail is not so like rough looking, but I still want to get a nice mix going on here. Alright, I know this doesn't look like a whole lot. Again, it is a jelly, so it is a thinner consistency. So we might definitely need 2, maybe even 3 coats. Yo, this nail looks really good. Get that base coat, with that base coat on, like, it looks really good. Even the cuticle, and this is like, my middle finger is one of my like rougher looking nails, like cuticles. But yeah, this is actually looking pretty good. All right, let's get this painted. And then, yeah, we'll get on to the design. Trying to like float her so it's not streaky. And I'm trying not to get this pooling situation happening at the cuticle either. Let that self-level ever so slightly. Ever so slightly. Oh my god. Ever so little amount over here. It should not be. I'm gonna do a flash cure down here because we got some open product here. There's just a 10 seconds in between. I might need a third coat then. Oh, I really like the shade of this though. It matches the brush handle.
Ladies and gentlemen.
gonna mix some more. Definitely need to mix a little bit more. Okay, that's it. Enjoy that. Does not want to. Alright, lash kizzier. Okay, what are we thinking? One more coat? That's why I was thinking, that's why I was doing the base. So I actually ended up wiping the base off, this nude color. I ended up wiping it off because I thought it was gonna be too purple, too opaque. So let me mix a little bit more and then go from there. Quickly. Maybe I can have some for the other hand as well. Alright, circle 2. Alright. Let's go in with that third coat. And the third coat should do it. Yeah. I just want to cover up like some of my nail underneath, like where the glue line is. It's really nice that this line is straight. Unlike some of the others, of course. So I want to work with what we got going on here. Okay, what do you guys think about this coverage? I'm just floating it to try to even it out and get the strokes out. Ooh. That was my big head. I hit the camera. Okay. Yeah, this is pretty good sheer coverage. I like that. All right, let's get that. We're gonna flash cure this. I'm actually gonna cure this for a full 60 seconds, but I'm gonna use the thingy here. Okay, so now we are ready to go in with the cat eye. So this is like I said, the normal wide cat eye, just like I did on the thumb and the pinky, but we're gonna do like a water effect using the small circle magnets. So once again, we're gonna do a not decent coat of cat eye. Not chunky, not too thin, not too sparse. Turn my hands this way. I'll lean my arm on the wall to get a little bit better. Bracing. Traction? Tension? Stability. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Stability. Wow. Going all over the map there. Alrighty. Alright, let's get our magnets. Our magnet wand situation. Let me make sure we don't have any fluting. Okay, that's just a tight side. And this is one of those sides as well. I was saying hopefully I can just like cover up. It looks really pretty just like that, but that's not what we're going for. Okay, we're gonna big magnet. We're gonna do what they say. We're gonna bring out the shine. Okay. I don't know if it makes a difference because we're gonna be doing like a design, but oh my gosh, it's so pretty. Literally just like that. Okay, now we're gonna take the cuticle pusher with the 2 small magnets and we're gonna try and make like a water design and kind of see what happens. Subtle. Yeah, move the pieces further apart. Okay, move it closer again. Yeah, let me disrupt this, and then let me re-wipe. Let me reset it. Let's reset that. So like no polish, just wiping. I don't know what happened there. I got a phone call and it just ended my recording. So I don't know where I was, but I reset it and I moved the magnets closer and we're gonna try. I might actually move it to the side. Let me move it to where I've tried it before. I've tried it on this side. So let me do it like that. All right. Hopefully you guys can see this. There we go. Okay, let's try. And so what I did was I did it in at different angles. So let me try to bring it back out here in the middle because it dispersed. It looks really cool. I might actually have to leave it like this because it dispersed itself a little bit too much in the middle. So let me see if I can pull it back in. Shit. Okay, I'm gonna have to start this over. Oh gosh, it didn't do what I was looking for it to do. Okay, sorry, let's gotta reset it one more time. Wipe that brush all the way off. And let's reset this. circles. And, let's try this again. So I think I know. Okay. If you hold it further away, obviously the circle will be less strong. It'll be smaller. And that's what we're trying to go for. Okay. Bring the sparkle out. I don't know if I'm using the right side of the magnet. Okay, let's go. Alright, hopefully you guys can see this. Alright, let's try this again. Let's try here. Cool. Let's try over here. Cool. Look at that. That looks so dope. And then you know what I'm gonna do? Because I know, let me see. I'll bring them out. We'll concentrate the tip a little more. Let me see, is it this side? No, that's pushing it. Let me see if I can pull it. Okay. That looks sick. I know it's a little big over here. Yo, that's sick. This is how water ripples. Let me flash gear this before I mess this up. Ah! Guys, I'll 30-second cure it. Guys, the phone died. So I don't know where I left off. But what I am doing is I'm gonna work on the index and the ring fingers now. So I'm just putting some base coat, the base color on both of them. I'm gonna go one at a time. And I just mixed up the other two jellies that I'm going to need. The green jelly and the yellow jelly. I just mixed them with the milky white just to give them a little bit more pigment. The yellow I don't think needed that much more pigment. The green definitely did, because I don't want to do too many layers. So what we're trying to do, I'm gonna work with the green on this finger and the yellow on this finger. We're gonna do the double circle situation. So I found a video. It was a hack. I think it was BEETLES on how to do the double circle nail design more efficiently. This brush may be decent. Let me see. Maybe this one. These are also my BEETLES brushes. I just got some other liner brushes that we're gonna test out, and another entry so we can look and see what our Frenchies, if this actually helps with our Frenchies. Let me see, this one's too long. Or maybe I want this one to do my big lines. Maybe I do. Okay, I'm nervous. I watched the video many times. I don't know if I can insert the video in this. I'm gonna try to find a picture and insert the picture into the video. All right, so we're doing a rectangle basically down the middle of the nail. And then we're gonna split it, and then we're gonna do some circles, and then we're gonna paint the outside border with the color. To start with, I think we'll do green on the index finger, and then yeah, we'll go from there. I might need to mix up more polish than this for sure, and I don't know if this is the right brush, so bear with me, guys. Okay, and I know I'm doing like a rough line. The lines don't need to be perfect because they're gonna get filled in. I just need to be able to see where I'm brushing, where I'm painting, where I want my circles to be. My hand is not steady at all. My hand is shaking. Yeah, so I gotta use my arm rest and the finger rest for some stability. And again, because the color is so faint, it's really challenging for me to see at this angle. Yeah, my hand is shaking. I don't think that's symmetrical. You know what? It doesn't have to be symmetrical because the outside border is what's going to get filled in anyways. I just need to make sure that the circles themselves are like somewhat cohesive. I'm going to end it down here instead. Yeah, this wasn't the right brush to use. And I will need to do more than one coat. I think we need 2 coats. I didn't want to go more than 2 coats for this. For the green. But that's okay. We'll work it out. We are gonna work it out. So I've been at this for a couple of hours now. Couple of hours.
Ladies and gentlemen.
All right, and then we do a split down the middle, across the middle, sorry. Okay, now I'm gonna try to wipe that off, and I'm gonna put that there. I'm gonna take the, maybe this one? Yeah. Oh no. Oh snap. The brush is a little product-y. I should check that first. I did not. That is my fault. Okay, let's try this again. Yeah, definitely gonna need to, and what I'm gonna do is I'll add more white probably. More milky white. Okay, wipe that off. And where is it? All right, let's see what we can do. So we need to do some rough, we're doing some edges. This is not the right brush. It could be. That's my angle. I hope you guys can see what I'm trying to get up, what I'm trying to do here, what I'm getting at. I don't know how clear it is because the green is so faint, but once I get it painted in, it should be a lot clearer. Kind of see that. You can kind of see that. Kind of sort of see what I'm going for. All right, let's get the next one. Yeah, definitely not the right brush. I think it's too thick. And this gel is very transparent. It's easier that I added the milky white, but I think maybe I needed a regular white. Alright, sorry guys, I gotta bring this close to my face to get this a little crisper. What I didn't do is get my freaking peanut brushes either. Oh, you're not.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, I didn't really think this one through. I saw it and I was like, you know what? I really like this. And it looks really cool. So like, why couldn't I just try it? All I did was draw it out. I didn't try to. I usually try to practice these designs like on like a nail swatch or something. I did not. I was like, yeah, we'll wing it. Let's see where that's taking us. Okay, well, let me try to fill the rest of this in with the green at least the one coat, and then let me get the rest of it. Another coat, sorry. Okay. I hope this works out. It's so light. Oh my god, it's so hard to see it. And this is where I'm going to bring back out one of these little thingies. No, this is taking way longer than I anticipated it to take. For just the one nail. The one piece of design. Let me see. Come here. So we're going to have to do one of these. You know, I'm not going to be able to do this stuff. I will be able to do it, but it will take me quite a while to get this on my my right hand. So I might have to think outside the box and switch a couple things up on the fly. On the fly, yeah, I might have to rethink this whole entire design because I don't know. I tried to follow the hack beetles. Didn't work out for me. Did not work out for me.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Like, I don't know. You can barely see it. That's the thing. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna scrap the idea for the circles. I'm gonna take this off. That's irritating. That was a whole 12 minutes for nothing. All right, I'm going to scrap that. I'm going to let's see, over top of this light color. You know what? We're gonna do some blooming. I'll use these light colors and we'll try to do some blooming. Yeah, I'll do some blooming gel situation. Cool, just so they're not going to waste Yeah, let's go on the fly here. So we're gonna use the nail glue again, and we gonna see if it actually works as a blooming gel. All right, that's kind of thick, but all right, let me get my daughter a dotting tool as well. Let's see. You know what? I can use the dotting tool on the end of this gel brush. So I use the acetone. Okay, yeah, so I have all these liner brushes out here. That's okay. We'll deal with them. All right, coolio. Let's do some dotting. You know what? Before I do the dotting, let me add a little bit of actual white to a little bit of actual pigmented white to the green, and we are going to use this BEETLES Gel Art Polish liner in French white. I've had this since the beginning of my nail journey. BEETLES has been good to me. So yeah, this is just their normal liner brush. I'm just gonna, it's just it's a nice bright white, so I'm just gonna dip a little. Not too much, and I think the yellow will be fine. All right, let me mix that up. Where's my little silicone thing? See, it's like significantly thicker. Not a bad thing.
Ladies and gentlemen.
I think it's interesting. It makes it pastel. All right, let's see what happens with their daughters. I might have to grab a bigger one. All right, so we got this bigger one as well. This one has a tiny one, and then I think that's the same size as this one, so I'll just use the actual tool. Cool, let's go in with the big dot. And we're just gonna place them random. No specific order at all. Just wipe it off. Oh, it's yellow. Alright, now we are ready to do the dotting on the ring finger. I've already finished top coating the index finger, and I am mixed the white in with the yellow as we saw. And I'm just gonna go in and yeah, that's what we're gonna do. I'm just gonna go in and yeah, maybe we can try to do an opposite to where it's at right now. Hopefully you guys can see this. And try to do something milky. I'm gonna work a little fast because the other finger, it faded pretty quickly.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Oopsies, sorry, I keep hitting the phone with my glasses. All right, I think, let's see. All right, I think we can flash cure this in place. My bad. That looks pretty cool. Yeah, I wish the other one was a little brighter, but that's okay. You know what I'm thinking of using the holographic cat eye, but let me save that for another piece of design. God, the left hand is gonna go by so much quicker because I already know what I'm doing here. So that was a 30 seconds. I think I can top coat. I don't usually go in with anything else, any other layers or anything when I do those. And we're gonna top coat, we're gonna cure, and then we're gonna move on to the left hand. And we're literally just gonna repeat the same design. Let me show you all fingers in a second. I'm gonna repeat the same design on my right hand using my non-dominant hand. I'm just gonna do it off camera because it will be a lot quicker if I do it off camera, and then I will return with the finished product. All right, y'all, this is what the finished product is looking like on the left hand, all top coated. And the kilo water design, our little dotty situation, or wide cat. I really like it. I was trying to go for more spring colors. It's a little dark just because this jelly blue is a little darker than the silver, but I still love it. Now it is time to repeat that on my left hand, and then I will return to show you guys the finished product of everything, how everything turned out. All right, y'all, we are finally complete. It only took pretty much all day. Let me get some cuticle oil on. Oh my God, this ring doesn't want to stay on my finger. Yeah, I had to do we did a lot of improvising, and I think they turned out cute. I like them. I have a couple that are more favorites. But I'm glad that this time I did the same design on both hands, because usually I try to mix it up because I want to just be creative, but I end up like overwhelming myself. Please let me know if I'm the only one. And yeah, I usually end up overwhelming myself. I put lotion on my hands, and I did wash my hands again with soap and water. I scrubbed them with the brush, and most of that like leftover glue or gel or whatever it wants to be has come off, and there's just a couple little flakies, but nothing too bad. I don't think it'll be anything that'll kind of cause a reaction. So I'm just gonna get this cuticle oil rubbed in. And I do have lotion on my hands as well, so they don't look as crusty and as dry. Let's get the other hand. I'll do my thumb separate. This is a, what is this? I think this is like an orange scent. I got these from Amazon. The brand is Cosila or something like that. And they have, like, on the ad, there are pictures of the fruits, or I guess the flavors. But when you get them, they do not have it written. The name of the flavor or the scent is not written on the actual, like, cuticle oil. It just says cuticle oil. And you pretty much have to smell to figure out which one it is. So that was fun. But this one is orange. It actually smells pretty pleasant. It's really misleading because there are two clear ones in it. I'm gonna show you just now. Just because they're super side note. All right. Yes, and this is how we are looking. Look at that. Like I said, I've actually did the same design on both hands, which is not typical of me all the time. And I think they turned out well. This hand is shorter because it is my dominant hand, my writing hand, my working hand. This is my non-dominant hand, but I'm redeveloping my ambidextrous skills. So here we are. All right, guys. As always, thank you so much for tuning in to another, or checking out, I should say, another entry of Bee's Nail Diary. Do not forget that the motto here is always late to the party, always late to the game, last to get the info, and last to try it out. But guess what? We never let that stop me, and we keep on moving. All right, everyone. Peace. See you in the next entry.